as to how his car was actually stopped. And the narration he gave clearly shows that this was a very, very professional job, an extremely professional job. These people must have trained and trained to do that, or must have had prior knowledge and experience as to how to execute such a professional job. As he was driving, he stated, a vehicle coming from the opposite direction put on its full beam and came towards his vehicle to stop it from the front. Upon seeing that, that is what it was doing, he attempted to swerve into the other lane in order to avoid that. And another vehicle, which was coming behind that, came and blocked the other lane. He quickly thought to himself, let me reverse, engaged into reverse gear, and as he engaged into reverse gear, the video in his vehicle, because when he puts it into reverse on the panel, you see what's behind. He saw that right behind him, another vehicle had stopped him. So he was boxed in. That kind of precision cannot be done by ordinary people in the street. That was clearly people who are well trained. He then locked the doors of his car, thinking that, what am I going to do? I can't let them get me. And people from the vehicles started coming out. And the people coming out had various types of arms. Some had pistols, some had long arms. He doesn't know whether they were shotguns or rifles, but they were long arms. They came around his vehicle and started banging on the windows on all sides, saying, open, open, open. But he was reluctant to do so. He didn't want to do so. And as he was looking around, all of a sudden, his windscreen, he heard that something hit the windscreen. So he turned towards that. That is where he was sitting, but he was looking around, so he didn't see what came and hit the windscreen, but saw that it was shattered. He then decided that, well, maybe these are thieves, and maybe what they want is the vehicle. If I don't seem to cooperate with them, maybe they'll kill me for the vehicle. So he said he opened the door and came out. He took his phones and the keys for his vehicle, put the phones in his pocket and the vehicle keys as well in his pocket, and came out. Then a few of them came and started searching him. They took the phones, they took the keys, and they went and put the phones in the vehicle and the keys as well in the vehicle. And they started searching the vehicle. He had on him in the vehicle about 60,000 plus kwacha. He doesn't know the exact amount, but he knows that it was more than 60,000. And one of them took that money. One of the abductors took that money. They then came to him and one of them came with a piece of paper and a pen and said, "We want you to write a note." So they handed it to him and they started dictating what they wanted him to write on the note. And in the state he was in, he had no other choice but to write what was dictated to him. After he wrote it, they said, "Put your name as well." So he put his name on there. And they looked at it and said, "Add MP on there." So he added MP as well on the note. They then put it in the vehicle. I think you have all heard what was in the note, because one of the first things that the police did when they were announcing to the country that they had found his vehicle running with the phones inside and so on, one of the first things, and the one that they really amplified, is that there was also a note which said, and they read out what was on the note. You could plainly see that they really wanted that to take prominence, the note. Go back to the statement and you'll see how much prominence they were giving to the note. Question which arises is, why give it such prominence? That is what every Zambian should be asking themselves. Why was the state so quick and eager to give that note prominence? I know, having been a lawyer for many years, or maybe let me say for many decades, not years, I've been a lawyer for decades. For many decades, that in such a situation, the most that the authorities would do is say a note was recovered. If they even do say that, they would not go into details of saying, and the note said as follows, and quoting from it. That's very unprecedented, very unprofessional, and one wonders why go against what is usually done. That is the question that needs to be answered. Apart from that, when you're doing investigations, you only give out to the public what the public needs to know.